Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 141, the redo, where my audio doesn't suck. Absolute cock. Okay. Cock is not a swear word. It's a part of a body. No, I'm not having this. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. No. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, fine. For this part and the next, we'll be playing with an Xbox controller on some screens. Anyway, I'm going to quickly reread all these. And again, I am going to be deleting the old part 141. So if you suddenly disappear and then you're seeing this and you're thinking, the fuck did he do to fix the audio? You're probably also wondering why the audio is not the same. That's, that would be a very, very understandable conclusion to your thoughts. And the reason I'm redoing it is because I'm not happy with quality of that level on my channel. If it's not good, it's not on my channel. I'm going to do my best now to keep everything top quality. Now, there will be a stream of with a couple of friends of mine where the audio levels are absolute garbage because I played it out of the blue, and I'm just literally telling you this now because I've also got another thing that says this will be coming out at midnight, where part 142 should be coming out, and part 142 will be coming out 3 hours later to give you guys ability to rewatch it or watch it with good audio and being able to hear the characters and actually understand what the fuck's going on without having to read, because we're all lazy. Anyway, let's get straight into the reading. By decision of the Great Master of the Hunt, all members of the Hunters' Union are hereby called upon to cull the numbers of our duchy's woodland predators. As specified in the relevant decree, hunters shall be richly rewarded for presenting ears taken from the wolves and bears which have spread like vermin across the Sansritor Marsh. Amandis, Grand Master of the Hunt and Baron of Tramester. The Witcher of Geralt of Rivia, known as the White Wolf, is wanted to serve as a guide. His potential employer guarantees an ample wage for this unusual contract. For more information, he should go to the Count Belladal's temporary base in Toussaint. Note: we kindly request that all other persons do not present themselves as said camp under the pretense of being Geralt of Rivia. Count Belladal was not born yesterday and can easily tell who's a Witcher and who's faking it. All those journeying to his camp in shabby costumes with wooden swords strapped to their backs can save themselves of trouble and turn back. Call on knight-errants and other strong men. The duchy needs you. Your aid is required. Bounteous rewards are in the offering. More details are available at the Ducal Camerlenjo's office in the Knight Dormant Square. The Office of Internal Revenue hereby announces a limited live auction to be held regarding the sale of developed real estate and accompanying agricultural land located in the Carabretta Wood region. Having been left to the ducal treasury by the late Count Crespi, who departed this world without any heirs, due to the unique nature of the Bellegarde estate and its important role in the production of wine, bringing great fame to the duchy in all corners of the world, only subjects of the Duchy of Toussaint shall be allowed to participate in their auction. To all knight-errants and other such men of arms, be it known far and wide that the services of voluntary keepers of the peace shall be needed. Minor problems are expected to arise during the transfer of the above-mentioned real estate, and said problems, for the dissolution, could require the application of direct physical force. All volunteers are asked to report to the field office of the Procurator General of Toussaint near Plegman's Bridge, that is to say, the place where the auction will be held. The Great Bullockar Gwent Tournament. This is Count Monier's supreme delight to announce a Gwent tournament of his organisation. Those wishing to take part should register at the peasantry. Please note this tournament features a new faction developed by Count Monier himself. Let the games begin. To Witcher or Witchers, the Belluclair Coopers Guild is seeking an individuals willing to escort a merchant caravan or convoy through an area threatened by the Great White Terror. More information can be obtained from Gaston Lagaffe at the merchant's camp in the forest to the north of Coronata Vineyard. Mogrim Pulian, Undersecretary for Threats and Risk Management, Belluclair Coopers Guild.
Clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
Right, so in this part, I'm probably going to try and see how quickly I can run for everything. Now, I'm going to be talking to all the same people, doing all the same things, getting a haircut, doing pretty much everything I did in the last part. Because that is, I'm trying to keep the part the same. But I'm going to also maybe end this before we fight the...
Have to hurry. Go. Damn it. Killer must still be here.
So yeah, I'm going to try and... I may not fight the creature with the bells in its tails, purely because that fight will take up a large chunk. So if we hit about 24 minutes before then I'm going to be not doing that.
Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like, except for long fangs. Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not an Ekimara, though, or a Fletter. Bruxa, gotta be. River muck. Carried the body in his cart.
I already know how to beat Broxus because obviously we read this last time, but again, I'm just going to do it anyway because, you know, the game tells you to do it, so... Let's strap in a U. No, fuck, that's not what I'm meant to do. You, and... I don't think dimeritium bombs will do much, but I'm going to throw them on there anyway.
Black blood and moon dust. Could be lifesavers. You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
I cannot let you leave.
Huh, that has a wider range than I remember. Huh, she actually did damage to me this time. In the last fight, I just bitch slapped her. I'm upset. So this time it's taking a hell of a lot less time.
Men to get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though? Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims. I'll ask Palmerin to get me in to see the Duchess.
Right, let's get our way straight to the Duchess. Looks like we're definitely going to do this fight. But again, we will end this part hopefully in the exact same position. Hopefully just a bit earlier. I only say it a bit earlier because, well, obviously I want to try and keep this part half an hour, but obviously because it's got a much improved audio quality, I don't think you guys will mind. Because again, when it comes to my channel, I don't know. I never really talk about stuff like this, but
Let's go.
like I've never really like. I've always done things, and I mean, if they came out bad, I just put them up anyway. Like, there's probably a few early parts of this series. Probably, yeah, there is actually a few of The Witcher with the exact same audio problem. Because my audio was jacked up to 100 by my computer because it updated, and for some reason it was like, do you know what this update needs? It needs to put your volume through the roof to piss you off. Ooh, what do I currently get? Oh, this is no. I like the idea of getting extra loot. Thanks.
Hey, yeah.
Let's go get my beard shaved, which is, if I remember correctly, this way. But while I'm drunk, I'm not gonna really find jack shit. Oh no, that's the jousting area. I think it is close to the jousting area though. Yeah, it is. See, I knew what.
Welcome, my good sir.
Need a bit of...
Yeah, I was going to skip for a bit of the inane dialogue.
My...
Right, now I need somewhere to buy food.
I pledge my love to win the tourney with your name on
Drink
my
and be
lips.
merry. Thus spake the Welcome, welcome. Tell me what you'd like.
Be so kind as to show me what you have to sell?
Well, she has a metric shit ton of Gwent cards. But she also has food. I think this is where I'm about to go fucking poor again. Oh, it's apple juice. Yeah, well, as long as it... I don't mind buying any of the food as long as it's not alcohol. Because Geralt does not need any more goddamn alcohol on him. In fact, I intend to get rid of the alcohol just because it doesn't actually help us in any way, shape or form. I wouldn't consider being drunk useful, personally. Alright, let's
So long.
Right! Let's go see Pomerane. Oh, right, yeah, I've still got some alcohol, because yeah, don't... Game, I know what I'm doing. Oh, right, yeah, I stole 2 song guardsmen stuff, didn't I? I forgot food and drink is in the same spot as them, right?
Watch where you step.
Just gonna take a quick hour break to get my pots back. And there we go, let's go towards Pomerane. Yeah, this part should actually probably be a few minutes shorter, maybe.
I believe I've made myself
Summoned.
I shall not grant you the
Giant edged forth.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But Sir Pomerine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
A tale's for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Much as we might not like it, virtue's got nothing to do with it. Victory goes to the stronger.
So, is there no point to being virtuous?
Not what I said.
Then what's needed to vanquish villains?
A sharp sword and some skill.
But what if there's lots of villains and they've sharp swords too? And lots of skill?
That's where virtue starts to matter. As they say, the gods reward the virtuous after death.
Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents.
That answer was way better.
Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As you will soon see.
Someone's gonna fight a Shelmar? With only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw respectful of the swords of the arena in Northern. There, a knight defeated a Shelmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shelmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a Witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shelmar. And that's not even every Witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous in front of a crowd, plain irresponsible. Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man you met.
Yeah. Mentioned he'd promised his heart's captor a monster trophy.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this. Damn it. We have to help him.
Right, motherfucking little Shamar fuckface. Yep, I literally did everything the same last time, so that's just... So instead of Sarum, I'm actually going to use Superior Sarum and Grape Shot. Then I'm going to throw on some Relic Oil.
Gotta keep it down.
Alas, the night! How can the witch its plans confound?
I know there's a better way to fight this, I just don't remember what it is. Yeah, this fight is the only reason this is going to take a while. Well, that was pointless. So close.
The Witcher waited till the time was true, then 12 danced and spun, struck the monster right through. Like a bow who leaves at the love's first spurt, so the Witcher wooed the Selma, then its howl hard earned. God's knife free praise, his razor strikes ready, Selma's cries ring aloud, just falls into jelly.
I'm gonna try and keep Palmarine alive this time. I'm pretty sure it can be done. It's gotta get really fucking lucky, really. With how much of an idiot the AI are, you really gotta get lucky. Fuck you. How is wine before country? I forgot how much damage this little asshole does.
The Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
It's suffered enough.
The monster lies slain! The fight is done! Praised be the victors!
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help. Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. but wherever could he be? Come, we must find him. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and a sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing.
The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. Might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the Hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The Hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses! Your Grace!
What the hell? Why, I should... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Okay, maybe this part's gonna be the same amount of time as the last time. Oh well. It's not really a problem, to be fair.
Faster, Geralt!
Your Grace seems right
like
at home in
wind.
the saddle.
Banquets.
Clear the path! Clear the way, I said! Is this part of the game?
I won't go!
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the Hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option. But time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
All praise to the knights who err!
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around, over there, look. The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue this in the next part. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys then.